JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 2 security guards charged in red stripe robbery. Charges have been laid against 2 additional men who were allegedly involved in the red stripe robbery, which took place last year at the company's Spanish Town Road facility. Charger Michael Orton, a 30-year-old security guard of Oakland Road, Kingston 11, and Kamar Forbes, 22, a security guard of Gordon Town Road, St. Andrew. They have been charged with robbery with aggravation, illegal possession of firearm, and warehouse breaking. The men were implicated as investigators continue to probe the theft of 1,440 cases of liquor from a red stripe warehouse on Sunday, December 26, 2021. Initial reports indicated that between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the culprits tied up a security guard who was on duty, gained access to the warehouse, and stole the liquor. 2 other people have already been charged in relation to the case. They are 32-year-old Christopher Rose, a truck driver of South Street, Greenwich Town, Kingston 13, and 23-year-old Hudson Skyers, a security guard of Tulip Parkway, West Albion in St. Thomas. 3 killed in 2 days in St. James. The bloodletting continues unabated in St. James, with 3 murders being recorded in 2 days. On Wednesday afternoon, a man was brutally gunned down at his home in Farm Hill in the parish. He has been identified as 26-year-old Shavon Green, otherwise called Shavy Dawn. The Freeport police report that at about 3 p.m., Green was at home when gunmen barged in and began shooting, hitting him several times. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. No motive has yet been established for the killing, but investigators said that they are pursuing leads into the matter. Green's death comes just hours after the shooting deaths of 2 other men in the parish. 23-year-old Morn Rick Morris was shot and killed while standing inside a business establishment in the community of Flanker about 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Reports from the police are that Morris, who is from a Lime Tree Lane address in the community, was inside the establishment on Mackenzie Drive when he was approached by an armed man. The gunman shot him in the upper body before escaping in a waiting motor car. A short while later on Tuesday, the police were again alerted to another crime scene, this time in the community of Iron Shore. 24-year-old Nakeem Erskine from retirement in the parish was driving his motor vehicle along Trenton Avenue in the community when 2 armed men shot at him. Erskine lost control of the vehicle, which then crashed into a perimeter wall. The police were summoned and he was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Man charged with murder of technician refused to remove CCTV camera. The Portmore police have made a breakthrough in their investigations into the death of a flow technician who was murdered at his home after he refused the demands of gangsters to remove a CCTV surveillance camera he had set up at his house. Kern McCollin, 39, otherwise called Virus, was killed on White Lane, Naggohead in Portmore, St. Catherine on Saturday, October 30, 2021. The police say 21-year-old Dwayne Douglas, otherwise called Brady, of Rosemary Lane, Naggohead in Portmore, has been charged with murder and illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition. Douglas and 2 other men, all armed with handguns, had approached McCollin and opened gunfire, hitting him. Following weeks of detailed investigations, the police were able to connect Douglas to the crime and was subsequently arrested, interviewed, and charged. A court date for Douglas is being arranged. Barber wins case against cops after being shot and charged. A 34-year-old barber was shot by police and later charged with illegal possession of a firearm, was found not guilty in the gun court in Kingston on Wednesday. Xavier Thompson, a resident of Kingston 11, was freed after his defense team, consisting of attorneys Peter Champagne QC and Javid Grant, punched holes in the testimonies of 2 policemen. It was alleged by 2 cops that on the afternoon of December 16, 2020, Thompson, while walking towards them and on being instructed by them to put his hands up in the air, pulled a firearm from his waistband and pointed in their direction. This resulted in one of the police officers pointing his M16 rifle in the direction of Thompson and firing. The policeman testified that he fired, fearing that he was going to be shot by Thompson. According to the cops, after the M16 was fired, Thompson turned and ran towards a yard away from them. The police followed a trail of blood that led them into the yard and to a house from where Thompson emerged, holding a little girl as a shield. The policemen testified that Thompson was covered in blood. A search of the yard was done, and a gun matching that which it is said Thompson had was found. But under cross-examination by Champagne, it was revealed that Thompson had sustained gunshot injuries to his back. Champagne also brought to the court's attention that the gun that was said to have been found in the yard was subjected to ballistic testing and DNA testing. The results of all these tests did not suggest that Thompson came into contact with the gun that was purportedly found by the police. The cops also admitted, under cross-examination, that they did not observe any blood in the area where the gun was said to have been found. Champagne suggested that the police version of what transpired was inconsistent with when his body Thompson received his injuries. Thompson, through his attorney, had submitted that he was shot in his back without any justification from the police and that the gun, which was said to have been found, was planted. During the trial, several inconsistencies arose between the evidence of the two officers. At the close of the trial, Champagne submitted that the prosecution had failed to mount a viable case. The judge upheld the submission and Thompson was freed. Police moved to target motorcycle-assisted robberies. In the wake of an increase in the reports of robberies in the division, the St. Catherine South Police have intensified road policing operational activities geared at maintaining public order and also disrupting criminal activities. The police prosecuted 25 motorcyclists on Wednesday, January 19, for a variety of traffic offences, such as failure to wear helmets, not having proper documentation, and not adhering to the road code in terms of pillion riders. The activities appear to be aimed at preventing robberies and apprehending persons suspected of carrying out robberies across the division. Members of the public will see increased policing activities along major thoroughfares as we aim to restore order and maintain public safety throughout the division. These operations will continue, and we ask that citizens understand the minor inconveniences sometimes, Superintendent Upton Nicholson, Operations Officer for the St. Catherine South Police Division, said. Last week, a lone gunman robbed a female constable of her weapon and almost $3,000 in cash in Portmore, St. Catherine on Tuesday in the vicinity of the Sovereign Village Plaza. He escaped on a waiting motorcycle. Jamaica reports 860 new COVID cases, 6 deaths. Jamaica reported 860 new cases of COVID-19 and 6 virus-related deaths on Wednesday. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 116,944 and the death toll to 2,561. Of the newly reported cases, there were 522 females and 338 males with ages ranging from 75 days to 93 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 306, St. Catherine, 145, St. James, 93, St. Thomas, 71, Westmoreland, 54, St. Elizabeth, 51, Manchester, 46, St. Anne, 34, Clarendon, 24, Trelawney, 12, Hanover, 12, Portland, 9, and St. Mary, 3. Meanwhile, the latest victims include 2 males, ages 58 and 84, and a 94-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, an 89-year-old woman from St. Catherine, a 61-year-old St. Anne man, and a 67-year-old Manchester woman were also among the latest victims. 2 deaths were reported under investigation. According to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the country also recorded 199 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 67,880. The country's positivity rate now stands at 47%. There are 542 people hospitalized, 20 of them critically ill. There are 14,478 confirmed active cases on the island. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.